focus on the wedding celebration and the dress code for that. And then I had individuals that were hired me to do seasonal dressing. So that means I would tell them some of the trends and they determine whether or not they are in support of that, or I would tell them basically this particular color will complement you because of the particular season of colors. And so that's how I go around for the most part to determine what is best suited for each client.
That is really helpful. I'm sitting here also thinking about sometimes a social event can be a work event. So like, you know, you may have, like we have the Sale GP coming up, you know, it might be a work event. So how do you straddle the two?
So let's look at Gen Zs. We talked about that a bit when we were at our breakfast. And so with Gen Zs, to me, that's an easier individual to actually shift from professional to personal, because they tend to wear a bit more of the casual wear to work. And so they may wear a blazer during the day, and in the evening time, if they're going to something that is less professional or less social per se, they can then take the jacket off. And so those were some of the things that they can do. They can either change their shoes if they're going to a cocktail after work, from being in the comfortable flats to maybe putting on a kitten heel. And so those are some examples that I will give or share with the clients as I move forward with them to determining what is it that they're going to celebrate.
I love that. It's being able to dress to kind of transition between one, you know, one kind of requirement location kind of in the office and then socially. Now we're in a hybrid environment. So when I get dressed, you know, I may start working from home, you know, which is like, you know, just down the hallway,
yeah,
which is where I am today. But then after this particular interview, I have to scootle off to an event outside and then head back to my office in the city. So what is your recommendation? You know, because so many people have kind of lost sight of appropriateness on screen and then transitioning that into the office. What are some tips or techniques or advice that you can share with those that work at home or may start working from home, have to head into the office? How can you move into more appropriate dressing to be able to transcend and to transfer back and forth between virtual locations and in person?
Well, in today's world, especially with the Gen Zs and millennials in particular, they tend to dress more comfortable, casual comfortable, as we call it. And so I would encourage them, as well as us in our midlife or moving north to 60, as you put it. I would definitely encourage them, if they're on the virtual, to definitely have on something that is from the top up, that is professional looking. And if you are on a schedule like you said you are, I would definitely dress the entire body and perhaps have on some comfortable shoes. All you have to do is hop up from the virtual and move on to your next step, which is out of your home, right? I would also ensure that when we look at comfort, we are not looking at comfort as far as athleisure. We're looking at comfort that is a bit more comfortable with regards to slacks or a more loose blazer. We're moving into summer, so that will be more of a loose clothing shirt for those individuals that are moving from virtual to brick and mortar. So those are some suggestions that I would have for them.
Thank you. And I really wanted to address